The whole goal of the casino industry is to get you to give them every last cent you have, a phenomenon that they call playing to extinction. And trust me, they will stop at nothing until you are wiped out of existence. I worked at a casino near Chinatown in London, and we had a new member sign up. He had recently inherited a huge fortune from a relative. It was his first time in the casino, and I saw him more and more regularly as the months went by. I think it was about 6 months after his first visit, I saw him literally begging for money in Chinatown.
So people, when they visit us, they gamble out of money that they consider to be available to them to indulge themselves. This is not money that comes out of their investment portfolio or the sale of their home. This is really money set aside for fun.
In total, Kelly would lose more than $400,000.
I had to come clean with my husband. I said, I'm sorry, Chuck. I said, I think, we might lose. I don't want to lose everything,
I'm 23, I had it all. I had my own house. I had a lovely partner at the time. I had 2 dogs. But now, I've got nothing, absolutely nothing.
I worked with a woman who would piss away an entire 2-week paycheck within 15 minutes after getting off work. And then she'd start writing checks and hitting the ATM right after. Her family was ruined eventually, and things got so bad for them financially that her husband killed himself. She got a life insurance settlement or some sort of fund upon his death and blew it all gambling within a month. Her dad died not long after and left her inheritance, and she lost all that within 2 months.
Here in the flood tunnels running under this city live hundreds of homeless people, many who have hit rock bottom because of gambling.
It's excruciating to think about how bad a gambling addiction can get and how helpless addicts can feel when they're doing their best to fight it.
What do you feel the future holds for you right now?
To be perfectly honest with you, where I'm at today, if I don't stop, I'm gonna die.
Probably if it wasn't for my parents, I'd be in prison or not around at all.
He gets so despaired. You're worried he might do something stupid because he doesn't know how to get out of this hole he's in.
I hurt so much because we're hiding so much. And you're hiding behind a mask of shame.
The major danger is to say, I am the architect of this destruction and despair. I am a bad person who has chosen to harm the people I love. Therefore, I should kill myself as a gift to them. That's what the end of the trail looks like for a problem gambler.
I have done this to myself and to my family and to my friends. It would be better for everyone if I just didn't exist. I got a piece of rope. I looped the rope around a beam in the ceiling. Sorry. And I felt soon I'll be free. I didn't want to, but I didn't want to feel like this anymore.
On top of the crushing guilt that gamblers feel when they think about how much harm their addiction has done to their lives and to the lives of the people they love, what often really pushes them over the edge is the actual financial fallout of gambling. I mean, how do you survive when you're buried in debt and you can't hold on to any money?
You can lose £500 in 3 minutes, and I've done it, and I've been sat there thinking, what the do I do? I'm like, I owe this, and this out, and I now have another 2-week period of 50 to 60 hour weeks where I have no money.
Gambled away my rent, food money, no bills are paid.
Even though Jackie works full-time, she says the state automatically takes out 2/3 of her paycheck before it ever hits her account to cover her past debts. And so that makes it extremely difficult to cover her current bills, much less save any money. And so how could you not feel hopeless when you don't have enough resources to cover your basic needs?
I've slept in town, like under a shop, because I've it that much that I'm that much in the like, you just have to consider, like, your world. You're like, what the do I do?
Yeah.
And having that every single week and fortnight of your life,
When you're struggling like this financially, you can't help but ask yourself, how am I going to get out of this? And that question leads to a tragic temptation.
You could win $1,000 a day for life.
Of course, then I think if I gamble, then there is a chance. F***ing moron, right?
This is the long shot quick fix that so many gambling addicts succumb to, and we know by now that the odds are stacked against them. And so when that last-ditch effort fails, the outcome can be unthinkable.
New at 6, we're uncovering new details on a tragic story after a couple plunged to their death from the top of a popular casino.
Police say the couple parked at the upper level of the Silverton Hotel casino garage before ending their life together.
I can't believe they would do such a thing because they always seem so pleasant and normal.
I'm just so upset, really. If you'd met them, you'd like them. I mean, they were very, very nice people.
Court records show the couple, both 63, had recent financial troubles. The bank filing a complaint, the Yamasakis were ordered to pay over $15,000.
Nearly 1 in 5 gambling addicts has tried to commit suicide in the past year, according to the National Council on Problem Gambling, and half of them have thought about it. Multiple sources that I read reported gambling has the highest rate of suicide out of any addiction. And I'll tell you, when you read these stories from casino workers about what they've seen on the job, I can believe that that statistic is accurate. People have jumped from upper floors of our building. They had to close the main lobby because a guy jumped from the 4th floor after losing. One older man took out a can of gas from his trunk, doused himself in gas, and lit himself on fire while sitting in the car outside the casino. A guy went in with all his savings, bet everything he had, lost, and then shot himself in the head right at the table. My friend was a dealer in Las Vegas. It was a normal night when he heard a woman screaming bloody murder. He looked up at the exact moment to see a man who had just lost his life savings at the next table over pull out a knife and slit his own throat. This is what playing to extinction looks like. This is too often the end of the road for a gambler, but you would never suspect that from looking at casino commercials where everybody looks like they're having the time of their lives. I don't see any blood on that table from the guy who offed himself. Nobody's stepping over a dealer or having a seizure on the floor. There are no starving kids wandering around looking for their parents. And why is everybody always winning? Not a single person loses at this casino? How is this not deceptive advertising? And what is going on here? This doesn't even make sense. And that's the point. Casinos will never show you the reality of gambling. They gotta pitch you this clever charade promising you good times and good fortune, and meanwhile they're doing everything in their power to systematically wipe you off the planet. Casinos will spew out this lie that gambling is good, clean fun. It's entertainment. But what's entertaining about winning a jackpot that was funded by an old couple's retirement, that was taken from the hands of a struggling single mother, that has robbed a young man of his confidence, that has shattered someone's hope for the future, or that was meant to feed a starving child who's been left alone in a car all day? If that's entertainment, there's something wrong with us as a society. There's something wrong when we are paying for an experience that is designed to hook us to a drug as addictive as crack cocaine and one that carries one of the highest suicide rates around. Why is that fun? We should not find it enjoyable to hand over our hard-earned cash to the sadistic psychopaths who run casinos. And even if you think you can control your gambling habit, why would you want to make those assholes richer? Why would you want to risk losing yourself, your money, your friends, your family, your life? It ain't worth it. I promise you, there are better ways you could spend your money and get entertained. You could race against the clock at DC's new intense escape room. It'd probably be easier to get out of than a casino. You could find a volunteering opportunity that helps older folks get access to food instead of driving them to double suicide. You could go on a Ghost and Gravestones trolley tour and see a zombie that hasn't been behind a slot machine for 12 hours. There are endless better alternatives than going to a casino. Experiences that'll actually fill you up, connect you with others, and improve your life instead of sending you home sobbing on your steering wheel, begging for mercy. Casinos are just not worth the risk. You're not just gambling with your money, you're gambling with your life and the lives of others. And so don't let those glossy, bogus casino commercials fool you into thinking they're just innocent, wholesome fun. You've been watching an excerpt from my video on the evil ways that casinos manipulate your mind and profit from addiction. If you want to watch the full documentary over on my main channel, then you can click the link in the description or in the end screen coming up. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.